So good evening, welcome back to another show and another video. And I'm John. I'm going to do the press conference reaction today. So if you like any of the other videos, could you please stick a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. And I hope you're having a lovely day. So there's plenty of interviews Steve Bruce has done the day, and it's gone from writing letters to match days and also Graham Jones. So a lot to speak about, and it seems like the written press is allowed to ask him some questions by the sounds of it. So, which is all good. So, the first one I'm going to read out is Keith Downing. He's asked him a couple of questions in the press conference, and he said, "Let me just share that a second." Yeah, I shared it. So, sorry about that. And Keith Downs asked him a few questions, and he said, asking about letters and wishing him good luck. And he's basically said, I can bring you a pile of letters I've signed already yesterday. People wishing me good luck, telling me to keep bashing away. Not all doom and gloom, but I understand their frustration totally. It feels more unique here because of the unbelievable fan base we have. Wow. He's coming out with all sorts of rubbish, isn't he? He certainly is. Thinks everyone loves him, yeah, but we don't. We want this guy sacked. And basically, where's this letters come from, Steve? It certainly hasn't come from the fans. It's come from your pundits. Like Rio Ferdinand, Chris Sutton, Robbie Savage, Paul Merson, Tim Sherwood, yeah, Danny Mills, Jimmy O'Hara. All these so-called pundits, right? It bigs you up and saying they're doing a wonderful job, yeah? So 9 defeats and 2 draws in the last 11 games tells you the whole story, Steve. Do you know what I mean? Because we've been playing absolutely crap. And if that second half fools you, right, we're not going to fall for that, because the second half performance is good, but it should have been played at all the games, every game. And it's so frustrating because at the end of the day, I'm not being funny, but you know, you can't fool people, Steve. You just cannot. And we know our football. We're not stupid. Our fans, we know what goes on. We know more than pundits. So I'd like to see what letters you got, Steve, because I don't believe you. And by the way, how many people these days sends out letters in these day of age? Do you know? It's done by emails, pal. You know? We're not in the 80s, not in the 90s. God, man. The guy's deluded. And the sooner he gets sacked, the better. And he doesn't look well, by the way. And he was also asked about transfers. And he's asked about Hamza Choudhury. And he said it's played like he's like, but he's not sure if Leicester's going to let him go. And according to the Telegraph, they're not going to let him go anyway because Brendan wants him. And he's asked about Jeffrey Williams. He's played for us for Manchester Frankfurt, and he said he is a non-starter due to lack of match practice, which is kind of fair enough, mind, because he hasn't played for about a year. Yes, he's gone back to match fitness, but he hasn't had game time. And also, he cannot come to us because he hasn't played enough games, and because the new European rules and that, saying that you have to play a certain games before you can join the club. So, not the best of starts anyway, but there you go. And evening, Thomas. I hope you're okay. Did I put the person's bounce up on your Twitter? Do you know what it is, right? Next time I do that, because I've been really busy today, I have to chat to an Everton support out of the day, Tom. So at the end of the day, I haven't done it yet, but I promise you, my friend, I will definitely do it 100%. 100%, mate. So don't worry about that, pal. It will happen. But I'll post it out at some stage. Just back again. And I'm just going to put up more interviews as well. I'm going to go on to NUSC 300 if it less was gone. And it's got quite a few stuff on as well. This is the one from Craig Hope, right? But I'll come to in a second. And also, we're linked with Arsenal's Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We're moved to us. But according to TalkSport today and other outlets, that he's going to join Southampton on a season on loan until the end of the season. And like I said earlier on about Shorduri is in doubt. We don't know why, but is he needed? I thought he would have done okay, but never mind. Now just go on Craig Hope's tweet, right? Basically, because we're in trouble in the league at this moment in time, and Steve Bruce admitted forming return to ASM could save his job. And there's been talk in football circles the head coach having the next 7 days to prove he can end 11 match winless run. Now, if he get beat tomorrow against Everton, then I'm sure he's going to get sacked because I've said this, and Graham Jones is going to take over, which I'll come on to later on. And this is what Craig Hope put on. He said, Bruce pins hopes at ASM to save his job. Actually, he's been in Dubai, and sources said no time fail placed on Bruce. Hierarchy encouraged second half performance against Leeds United. Wow. But in football, the next 8 days or 3 games being key. We already lost the last 5 games. Why? He's going to get extra 3 games? I just don't get it. I really don't. Because any other club would have sacked this guy. The guy is numbered. And look at his face there. He looks haggard-dunny. He looks stressed. He does not feel well at all whatsoever, you know? Something ain't right there. And Hope also said Jones set to interim role at Bruce goals. We already know this. We know that. Because that's the plan. The plan is not to sack Bruce, but to get in Graham Jones. So it'd be a cheap option for 250,000 rather than sacking for £1.5 million, which is absolutely incredible. It really is. It just goes to show that actually loves to save his money, doesn't he? He really does. And Tom says maybe keep Bruce as cabbage and make Charlie and Ashley the Brussels and Sprout. I love it, man. Yo. So, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm not getting plenty, but I'm not getting enough. So we just go on to the next one. Go on to the NUFC Twitter handler. If I just get it up a second. This is so slow, this. I don't know what's going on. Go on to Newcastle United Twitter handler. And he's been asking some more questions. Starting with the team news. And Steve Bruce looks ahead to the Everton game. And he has asked a question, is anyone going to come back from fitness? And he said, Freddy Fernandez won't make it, unfortunately. Kieran Clark and Paul Dummett trained yesterday, so we see how they are. It may be a bit too early for the two of them. Well, he's seeing sense now, but what he normally does, he chucks them on as soon as they're fit and go. But at the end of the day, we could have done with those players tomorrow. If we're going to play 5 at the back, it won't be 3 at the back, it'll be 5 at the back. So it looks like that Hayden, Sean, Lascelles going to be the 3 centre backs yet again, by the sounds of it. And he's on about Graham Jones, which I was going to comment to you. He said, it's something we looked at the best part of 2 months ago. 2 months ago? We haven't known this for about 4 or 5 years, what's going on at the club. But never mind. We wanted to get somebody with different ideas who can give us a freshness and work alongside Stephen Clements and Steve Agnew. We made a few calls, but Graham was always our number 1 choice. Really? And this is the same manager, you know? The same manager, right? He didn't want to talk about it after the Villa game. And the way he acted, he looked a bit huffed, he looked a bit stressed, and he looked unhappy. And it seems to me, and this is my point, right? This is my view. This has been appointed over Bruce's head. And I'm sure he's not very happy about it at all whatsoever. I've said that. Something ain't right. It's definitely red flags at the club. And the way the club's going on in a minute, it is an utter mess. But if he gets the sack, Graham Jones will definitely be caretaker manager, no matter what. And that's what they've done. They're trying to brush Bruce aside. So he loses his power in a minute. Well, he already has by the players anyway. But for me personally, I think something ain't right at the club. Mr. Jones will definitely take over. And he's going to tell Bruce what to do. But is Bruce going to listen to him? What if he does? Then he's lost his power. Then he may as well just walk now. Because I'll tell you something, he ain't no manager. Not my manager, not my club. So we move on to Steve Bruce again on Everton. It's asked about them, and he said, "We played very, very well in the home fixture. We know we're capable, and to be capable, we need everybody fit and healthy." Well, Dummett, Clark, and Fernandez ain't fit and healthy at the minute. They're still like injured. So he's contradicted himself there again. And he added, "We were edging towards that. I was pleased the second half against Leeds, so let's hope we can build on that." We're going to need to, Steve, because at the minute, we haven't won 11 games. And the bottom line is, we need points. We need wins. And like I said, according to reports, he's got 3 games. Well, if we lose tomorrow, that's 3 straight losses. Well, 5 straight losses at the end of the year. It could well be 6. And Ash is allowing this to happen. After tomorrow, we have 17 games left. And give a new manager a chance to keep us up. But according to Luton fans, he also plays three at back as well. So it's not changing much, isn't it, really? I just don't get it at all whatsoever. And going back on transfers, do you think Yedlin, Rich and Gill will leave before the window shuts? Anything can happen, Thomas, you know. I mean, Yedlin's got his work visa back, yeah, which is all a ploy. Richie may not leave this window because I don't think both will come with the money. And Dwight Gill, it's a real possibility because West Brom wants him as well. Or if any of the championship clubs want to buy him or loan him, then you got a decent player there, especially if you're fighting promotion. He's your guy. Would I give Gill a new contract? Probably not. And I'll tell you for why, because he's carrying too much injuries at this moment in time, and he's hardly starting games. So I think Gill, if anyone, would probably go in January, if not definitely in the summer. But you got to wait and see on that one there. And we're going to come on to another share screen, try and do a Chris Roth one. And he's from the Chronicle. Well, it used to be from the Chronicle, but now he's from the Athletic. And has he put anything on now? I'm sure he did. Oh, because he normally has a lot of things down, doesn't he? On the chat. And it's all about Leicester's Hamza Choudhury as well. He's basically, on the face of it, Newcastle's interest in Leicester's Hamza Choudhury seems a little curious, given the numbers of defensive midfielders they already have. But contribute to the Athletic here, Transfer News explained, column this morning to explain the thinking. My opinion is, according to the Telegraph, I do not think we're going to get this guy. I really don't, because Brendan wants him badly. And that is the way it's going to be. So, there you have it. And in my opinion, I think Steve Bruce, is fighting talk again. On to the letters bit. I don't believe him. I don't believe he had letters at the club, because no one these days does write letters to anyone these days. It's all done by emails and inboxes as well. And he knows it's under pressure. He knows he's deluded. And this manager will be sacked. He'll be on his way. And I've heard the Telegraph asking the fans, should he be our director of football? Oh my God, please no, please no. If I'm director of football, it has to be someone proper, someone who knows how to close the deals. Steve Bruce is director of football now. He couldn't even get Jesse Lingard over the line. He couldn't even get Jeff Williams over the line. It probably fell on every single level because no one don't really want to play for Steve Bruce because he's a dinosaur and a manager. That is it. So I hope for his sake we win this game tomorrow, because the post conference reaction is going to be very important, and I should be doing that. And he better come with a win because he knows under pressure. So, guys, tell us what you think. Do you think I'm right in what I'm saying about Steve Bruce? Is he under pressure? Definitely doing this game tomorrow. And also, is he going to last the season? I very much doubt it. And I pray to God every day and night here, sack the cabbage, Thomas. Well, the thing is, Thomas, right? Oh, sorry. I'm discussing Everton 3, Newcastle 0. I'm saying 2-0. The thing is, right, I'm getting people saying that he will not get sacked. He will not get sacked at all. And I've also heard people saying that he could be taking time off from football and come back. Ain't going to happen. It's either the sack or you may as well keep him. But personally, I don't want to keep him. The club's in a mess, bro. It's in a mess. But that's what do for me. Press conference reaction. That's just gonna be a short one because I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna get me sleep late as well. So I'm definitely gonna do the watch along tomorrow around about 20 past 12 because I got to go to the BRI tomorrow, get me checked up. As soon as I'm done, I'll be rushing back and get myself sorted out, get ready for the watch along. I've got to try and invite someone to come on, be sure. And yes, and you too, Tom, you good night as well, mate. And hopefully I'll get loads of people on me chat tomorrow. So until then, guys, have a good evening. Night night.